So here, I assume you're all here for the mounting rethought. Okay, so here's what's interesting is the unit, the ET Roller, which I will show you pictures, actually is lost in transit right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what can be done with the rolling stand that other people have done, therapists have done, mothers and fathers have done for their kids. It's very, very interesting, and I really wish that it was here. I would be showing you how you can hook a Nerf gun up to an ET roller and have a switch, and you can do all sorts of things with it. You can hook up a golf club, and you can do mini golf. So the idea with this was that when we think of hardware, we often think that it's hardware, and when you try to integrate hardware into a classroom or into a facility or into a home, oftentimes hardware it's very scary for most people, right? You look at it and they kind of go, oh, right, that's a lot. So the idea is, how can you take hardware and how can you create a idea around it that makes it more I don't know, fun or more accessible to people so they feel comfortable with it. When you introduce equipment into a schoolroom, right, into a classroom, how you introduce it makes a difference. So using mounting equipment in particular in ways that are more relatable will help to integrate the equipment much better and will give you a higher success rate of that equipment being used in that classroom or at that home. I don't know how many people would say that you've seen equipment go and people say, oh, we don't use it at home, or we don't, or the equipment you come in and the device is dead, right? Because what happens is that the mounts or it's hard, it interrupts the flow of the day, and instead of it going with the flow of the day, it interrupts it. So then it's not, and that's usually because it's not set up in a way where people can say, oh yeah, this is easy to do, okay? So you're gonna have to bear with me. We're gonna do a description here of how you can do different things to make mounting more accessible and how you can use mounts, different mounts. It's not just CJT mounts, but there's 4 different mounting companies out there, and you have options to set things up on these mounts that make it more relatable. But we will be using the ET Roller, which you'll see behind me. The ET Roller is a really cool rolling stand. It's a 20-inch base. It's 55 pounds. It can hold multiple units at one time. We hope it'll arrive tomorrow. We'll see. So let's talk about the ET Roller. So the ET Roller, do you have a picture of it? Okay. So the ET Roller has a 20-inch base, it has a 5-foot center post, and then it has an adjustable arm that has many positions and different angles. What can you do with that? Well, most of the time when you're doing a floor mount, people set up a floor mount. How do you think of a floor mount? You think of it straight out like that, right? An arm coming straight out. Well, even if you have a small floor stand base, right, and you put an arm coming out like this, that's still a lot of space in the room, okay? That's still probably gonna get you an eye roll from the classroom going, oh, one more piece of equipment, okay? But if you take and you use the angle on the arm, then you can angle the arm and you can limit the distance rather than extending the arm and increasing the distance, right? So again, how you set it up. If you take the arm coming out and you say, hey, let's talk about how we can make this more accessible, more relatable. Maybe you get some bicycle hand grip tape and you put it around the mounts, right? So it creates a decorative look. You can take and put baskets on the ET Roller, so that way you have everything that you need right there and it rolls around. You have, we've seen the ET Roller being used, this one mom, because this is all also about how do we inspire people to use their device. So I don't know, how many of you have used a floor stand before? How many of you right? Okay. What's your biggest pain point with a floor stand? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. So when it comes to, let's talk about the, wheeling around. So when you are figuring out what type of equipment to go with, right? Again, there's different suggestions or different options out there. You want to really do some feature matching. Like, do you have a space for the wider base stands? If you do, then that's an option. If you need something that's smaller, then there's options that are smaller. If you have a heavier base on it, you better make sure it has decent wheels on it, okay? If your wheels are not so good, it's going to have a hard time rolling around. And what you're going to be doing is creating a frustration point. Mounting is about either creating a solution, providing a solution, or it's about providing a frustration point. If you create a frustration, that person's not going to use it, okay? So I had a mom on her ET Roller, and she was trying to get her son to use his device and trying to encourage him to use the device. So what did he do? She went ahead and he loved Christmas lights. So she hooked up a bunch of Christmas lights that came down, and she made a Christmas tree that rolled around. So every time he was using his device, he got to see his lights. So these are simple things that you can do. You are in a classroom that has multiple abilities, right? Maybe you have someone who's in a wheelchair but can do switch access, but you have someone who's ambulatory, right? So you can actually set up a game where maybe the one person is hitting the switch and he's, doing the, well, this is what happened. They had a leaf blower, okay? Small leaf blower. They hooked it up to the ET Roller, right? And they had a beach ball. And his one friend was ambulatory. He was in a chair. He'd hit the switch, and the leaf blower would blow, and it would blow the ball. And they had a competition with their friends, and it was Quidditch in Harry Potter, right? And so the classroom got involved in playing this game where everybody was able to use their abilities. And it was really, really cool. We had a VA that took and put the rolling stand has a flat surface. You can take and put a camping battery at the base. They took a camping battery, a very small one. The guy was a gamer. They had multiple mounts on there. They had a lap tray on there with it was an amazing setup with switches, and it was pretty amazing. And so they hooked everything up. They wound the cords, got them all set up. They hooked everything into the portable battery at the bottom. He was able to move around his house, no problem. And then at night, his wife would plug it in, and then he was never without power, right? And there was never a cord for his nurse to trip on. So again, how we set things up and how we integrate it, is it more than just the mount, the hardware? A lot of times we think, the mount does its job, it holds a device. Well, that's just one part of the hardware. Right? It's just one part. Yes, it holds a device. All right. Is it placing the device where it needs it? Okay. Is it holding? Right? Is it avoiding the drift? Let's hope. Right? But is it being used because people feel like, hey, I can use this? So how do we use that hardware in different ways to help with accessibility, to help with relatability? Right? When you're another story, I really wish this was here so I could show you all these in person, but another one that you can set up the arm, and you can put, there is and I'm blanking on the name, it's the arm that comes out and it has it rotates like this, and the arm actually rotates, and it can also, then they have a pouring one that can pour. Have you seen those? Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. And you can hook that up, and then again, they hooked up like a little golf club, and they were able to golf, right? You can do, if you're doing adaptive, you can do adaptive basketball using the ET Roller, and you hook up a net, and you have a switch, and you can actually hook it up so the person can, play basketball. In fact, in Arizona, they did a whole adaptive basketball day, and it was amazing. Okay, There's so many things that you can do with the ET roller and with a lot of mounting equipment. You just need to think about what are the possibilities and how can you make this relatable. So, I've seen parents actually use the stand, like they'll hang artwork and then they'll have a conversation about it, with their siblings. They've created a one station gaming station that rolls around the house and then they can play video games. I've seen all different types of, you can put multiple mounts on there. So if you're going to do, let's say you have 3 or 4 kids with devices in your classroom, what you can do is you could actually put 3 or 4 devices on the ET roller. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're balanced out. You're not going to put everything on one side, right? But I've seen that done where the teacher brought them in and then they all use the communication device and they were playing a game. I've seen another one where they used the communication device. He was ambulatory, but he couldn't really hold it so much. But she created a baseball game and put it on his device. And so he was able to move it around the room. And like when he would do something on his device, she's like, that's a home run. And he could run around the room. And what was really cool about that story is that a year later, I saw her and she said, you'll never guess what happened. I was at the school that he had moved to and he saw me and he ran up to me. He said, hey, wait. And he went and got his device and he started using his device. Where before she came up with the baseball game and running around using the device, he did not want to use his device. He was not motivated to use his device. He was a kid. How many times have you seen kids not want to do something? How many times have you seen adults not want to do something, right? So the idea was that she didn't try to make him. She figured out what was his passion, what he really liked, and then she used the mount, she used the device, she used her classroom, and she came up with an idea that got him fired up and he wanted to use it. And now he's having full communication with his device and he likes using it. And isn't that the point, right? Is how do we make mounting equipment relatable? How do we make it usable, fun, right? It's not just hardware. How do we take that idea out? It's hardware. Yes, very serious subject. Hardware, mounts are important. It bridges the gap for communication. If you don't have the right mount for the needs of the person, you're not going to make that bridge for communication and you're not going to have successful communication. You have to bridge that gap. And you need to figure out, okay, what mounting system will work to bridge that gap for this person. There is no one mount out there that can meet everybody's needs, not one. And you have to figure out what that is. Once you figure it out, how do you make it relatable? How do you make it fun? How do you use it in different ways? So that's what today is about. And it's difficult sometimes to talk about that or to get people to understand that, because is that more work? Maybe, but you can have a lot of fun with it. And if you can inspire that fun, and if you can get people to be more relatable to the hardware, then maybe all that time was worth it, because you have someone who's going to open up the possibilities of communicating, of using AT, of using the equipment in a way that will make a difference in their life. And that's what it's all about. So I wish I had my full kit here to show you. I told them that, hey, if it goes to Barcelona, I must go get it. Okay. But if you have any questions, please feel free. We're in booth 100, and just stop by, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Or you can email us, and we'll answer your questions. And if you have an idea of how you use the equipment and how you made it more accessible and relatable and fun, please share it with us, and we'll share it with others, because it's all about connecting and sharing and inspiring one another to figure out how to do this better. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.